Hello everyone. Let us now have a look at some of the most important currencies around the globe. So first and foremost, let's talk about the US dollar. The US dollar is by far the most widely traded currency. It plays a substantial international role as an investment currency in many capital markets. It also plays the role also of a reserve currency held by many central banks as in the form of their deposits. It holds the role of a transaction currency also in many international commodity markets. That is, the commodities are traded in this currency, the US dollar. It is also the invoice currency in many contracts. So, in several contracts around the globe, the exchange of money is mentioned in the US dollars, irrespective of the country in which it is operating. Intervention currency. So, many central banks and many monetary authorities use USD to manage their market operations and influence their own exchange rates. The US dollar is also widely used as a trading currency for and it is used as a vehicle currency in many foreign exchange transactions. The market practice is to trade each of the two currencies against a common third currency known as a vehicle currency rather than to trade between the currencies itself. The vehicle currency used most often is the US dollar. Euro has also become one of the major important vehicle currencies recently. A trader who wants to shift funds from one currency to another, say, for example, INR Indian rupees to Philippines pesos, will probably sell INR for US dollars and then sell US dollars for pesos instead of going from INR to pesos directly. Although this approach, typically when we're talking about INR to USD and USD to pesos, this approach results in two transactions rather than one, but it may be preferred. Why so? Because the US dollar INR market and the US dollar Filipino peso market are more attractive and more liquid. So by using vehicle currency, it is better uh, as compared to holding and managing multiple currencies. So let's understand the system of vehicle currency here. The formula used is n multiplied by n minus 1, the entire thing divided by 2. So let's assume a case where we have 10 currencies. Okay. If no currency is used as a vehicle currency, we will have 44 currency pairs or exchange rates. But if a vehicle currency is used, then only 9 such exists. Let's take a case of 100 currencies because there are more than 200 countries, so more than 100 currencies would be available. So if there is no vehicle currency, 4950 would be the total exchange rates or currency pairs which would be required to manage the global economy. But when a vehicle currency is used, like the USD or any other in that place, this number reduces just to 99. Thus, using a vehicle currency can yield the advantages of fewer, larger, and more liquid markets with fewer currency balances, reduced informational needs, and simpler operations. Let's not now talk about the euro. The euro is officially the official currency of 20 of the 27 member states of the European Union. The euro has a strong international presence. It is the second largest and the second most traded currency in the international markets. Euro is managed by the ECB or the European Central Bank. ECB is the sole authority to set monetary policy. The euro system participates in printing, minting, and distribution of notes and coins to all its member states and the operation of the Eurozone payment systems. Let's come to the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is the third most traded currency in the world after the USD and the euro. It is much smaller international presence than the USD or the euro, but yen is very liquid. It is also widely used as a third reserve currency again after the USD and Euro. Yen is also preferred as a funding currency by hedge funds. Let's look at the GBP, that is the Great Britain pound or the pound sterling as we call it. Until the World War II, end of World War II, the pound sterling was the currency of reference. Sterling is the fourth most traded currency in the foreign exchange market after the United States dollar, the euro, and the Japanese yen. The currency is heavily traded against the euro and the USD. It is also the fourth most held reserve currency for global reserves. Let's look at the last in our list, which is the Swiss franc. It's a currency of Switzerland. Switzerland as a country is considered to be a safe haven, and hence the currency is also considered to be safe haven. Given the stability of the Swiss government, its financial systems, the Swiss franc usually faces strong upward pressure stemming from increased foreign demand. Switzerland's independence from European Union also makes it somewhat immune to any negative political economic events that happen in that region. Swiss franc is also a popular funding currency along with the Japanese yen. So thank you so much. Uh, let's now connect in a new video on a new topic. Thank you.